Okay, and we are live.
Hello, everyone. Don't forget to donate to the Patreon, subscribe to the channel, la
Please
da da,
share.
la da dee. Please share.
Share with your grandmother.
Google Plus, Instagram, everything.
All right. So, uh, there's a cold breeze in the air, and it's approximately 1 in the morning. It's a full moon tonight, and
Oh,
the moonlight is actually the only light illuminating the streets of Brocklewhite at this hour. There's actually nobody on the streets at this moment, and our game begins in the north of the town of Brocklewhite, in a small residential road. This area of town is a little shabby, but it's not like the lowest class area of the town. There's a blacksmith, and you notice some trade businesses in the on the street as well. They're all closed, of course, and the doors are shut. Um, all three of you make your way to a certain address that was given to you. You actually found a letter in your pockets sending you to this address at different points in time. And so you're all going to arrive one after the other here. As you arrive, I just want you to say your character's name and a physical description of your character. If someone saw your character for the first time, what would they look like? The address is it's a small house. This house is not touching any of the houses next to it, and you notice very noticeably a large chimney coming out of this small house. It's approximately 1 story high. There's no second floor, and both of the windows are boarded up. It looks actually abandoned, um, but except for one thing. You do notice if you come close to this house that there's a few tools that are not dusty or that seem to have been recently placed there. You see a hammer and a crowbar, both a lot lying around on the periphery of this house. Yeah, the door is a wooden door, and there's no welcome mat. There's no sign here. Um, so there's just a small metallic bucket next to the door. Um, in terms of who's gonna arrive first, I'm gonna have you all roll initiative, please. So just roll me a d20 and add your dexterity. Just say what you got as a value.
18.
17.
6.
Nice. Okay. So the first one who arrives there is Alisar Frostfingers. Alisar, just give a physical description of you and your owl.
Yes, hello. Alisar here. White hair, blue tunic, little white owl on the shoulder, and some snowflakes swirling around me in like a nice little aura fashion.
And you're the first to arrive on scene. What would you say is your first initiative here? What do you do?
I look at my surroundings, maybe do a perception check. That would be nice.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, that's a natural 20 plus one.
Oh
Whoa.
my god. Okay, so do you already have perception as a skill?
Yes, I do.
Okay, do you
Let
have
me go.
perception in urban areas?
I don't think so, so I'll probably add that. I have visual perception though.
You can add it under visual perception.
Perfect. So, what a nice way to start the game. Perception in urban areas.
Yeah,
In only urban areas.
correct. Yeah, with a natural 20, you will notice something. There is actually a uh, a small symbol that is engraved in the wood next to the door frame. It seems like
Ooh.
it's not a symbol you recognize. It's a triangle with a single vertical line under it, and it kind of looks like an arrow pointing upwards. But there's another horizontal line right above this arrow, pointing upwards. It looks like it was professionally done, but it was not. It does not look like it was meant to be like a highly visible symbol. It's very small and etched in there. You've also noticed this, and several other places before, but you never really thought much of it. It's just now it's kind of dawning on you that hey, like this is a symbol you've seen before.
Huh.
That's
Okay.
what a natural
I'm
20 is gonna give you, my friend.
okay. I'm gonna do an academics knowledge roll on that and see if
Okay,
I know anything.
I'll let you do that, and I'll bring in. Okay, then what did you get?
That's a 5.
That's a five, and with a five, you feel like this is a symbol. Uh, okay, the next person to arrive on scene is Kedron. Kedron, just give a physical description of what you look like if someone saw you.
So I'm walking down the streets. I'm a bald man with a very, very bushy big beard. I carry a staff on my bag. It's like kind of twice the size of me. Um, and I'm a little more on the elderly side. I have like scars on my face and kind of seen it all. You can kind of like a thousand-yard stare-ish. But I walk pretty steadily towards the door, and there I am. I'm a monk by nature. I fight primarily like unarmed, but I use the staff every once in a while.
Okay, so you arrive on scene. You see Alisar there. He's kind of checking out this little etching on the side of the door. Um, what do you do?
Well, I ask him. I yell out, What are you doing?"
Hello. I was not doing anything actually. I just was taking a little stroll in town and looking at the details in the carving of this door. It's very professionally made.
Are you a carpenter or something?
Yeah, you can say so.
Yes, yes, I'm a carpenter.
Yes.
Sure.
What are you doing here?
Well, just so you know, I happen to be a fan of doors myself.
Oh, interesting.
Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
I'm a fan of doors. Hi, nice to meet you. I love doors.
Please take a look at the door. It's very well
This is
crafted.
great.
So interesting.
The plot thickens.
So exciting.
Okay, Pouya, you're gonna investigate the door.
Yeah, I'd like to do an intelligence check.
Uh, so
Just
this
to
is
see if
more
I
of
know anything.
this is gonna be investigation. You can either use intelligence or wisdom here.
Since I have no wisdom, apparently I'll use intelligence.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine. Go ahead and give me a dice roll. What do you got?
Got a 8 total.
Hmm.
An eight, yeah. With an eight, yeah, you're gonna notice that the knob is it's a knob that's it's a handle, and you notice that there's a small opening for a key there, that would fit in. That's all I can tell you with an eight.
Interesting. I'm gonna take this opportunity right now to take my dagger very sneakily and put it to the neck of my friend companion over here,
Oh,
inspecting the door.
okay. So
Whoa.
this is gonna be your sneaking skill versus Kedron's perception.
All right.
Alisar, roll me sneak. This could be dexterity. And Kedron, you're going to use again a roll for perception, which is a form of intelligence, I would say.
All right. So that's
Oh
15
wow.
total.
Okay. That does not do it. I got an 8.
Okay, yeah. Kedron, you notice from behind your shoulder a small, unusual movement as Alisar reaches down for his dagger and pulls it out, and he's right about to come up on you. But you see him coming, and you get to make a surprise attack on him, or move, or whatever. You don't have to attack if you don't want to.
Oh, so I don't have to like roll like a melee combat.
You can choose
like,
your decision here, but you have the initiative.
Oh, I'd like to like just disarm him using melee combat if I can do it.
Okay, you can try. Go ahead and roll.
So this
Alisar, you can roll to defend yourself, but with disadvantage.
this is not gonna be nice.
So my choices are either I attack him with advantage or I defend myself with disadvantage.
No,
No,
this
no,
is
no,
me.
no.
The sandwich is for me.
Disadvantage
Oh,
is for
okay.
him
Yeah.
because he failed to sneak up on you. You saw him coming.
All right, so counterattack. Oh no, that's I think it's 7 total.
That's 20 total.
Alisar, you have disadvantage, so you have to roll
Oh
twice.
shit. Okay. Okay, that's 13. Yeah, that's a 13 total.
Hey.
That's a 13 total. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Kedrin, you try to disarm Alisar, but Alisar, you and Kedrin end up in this sort of like tug of war over your dagger. Alisar, you manage to roll over, pin him down, and now you have your dagger at his throat.
Okay, and I'm just gonna ask him what exactly he's doing there, or my dagger's gonna find its little way into his throat.
All right, all right. I have a letter saying that I have to meet here.
Okay, a letter from who?
I didn't open it yet. I was gonna open it when I get here.
Okay, that is interesting.
Wait, how do you know what the letter says if you haven't opened it?
Oh no, the letter just says meet here.
So you haven't opened the letter, but you know you have to
It's
be
just a
here.
piece of paper.
Alisar,
Okay.
roll me perception. Actually, okay. I'm gonna have Killen come in at this point. Killen, you arrive on scene. You see Alisar with his blade drawn. Frosty is kind of like flapping his wings a little bit on Alisar's shoulder angrily, and you see this older man on the ground. Kind of with
Alisar, who's your friend? What are you doing?
We're just having fun.
Help!
Okay. I guess yeah, I have to explain what I look like. I'm like a hot blonde battle babe with a lot of armor, and I have a sword of freedom and a shield of fear.
Wow.
That's my thing.
I would also add that you kind of look stern. I would say in your picture. I mean, just my opinion.
Determined. I look determined.
You look
not
determined.
stern.
Okay. It's your character. So yeah, so Killen, what did you ask?
Oh, I don't know. I just asked what he's doing.
Oh, well, I guess if you're supposed to meet me here, you also got some sort of letter, and this man over here also got a letter, and I just wondered why he's here, because he's not familiar.
Yeah, I don't know him either.
But I mean, let's not cause a scene and see if he has the mark.
I just remembered, like my character, like just noticed that I've met Killen before.
Oh, when was that? Awkward. I'm kind of famous.
Like, because I'm elderly, I get like bouts of memory lapse.
Dementia, for sure.
It's a thing.
I'm in a lot of battles, so I have a lot of concussions, and I also forget sometimes.
Well, I've never met him, so
This is a very honest conversation about memory loss.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember you. Who are you again?
new phone, who this?
No.
Exactly.
So at this point, I'm comfortable enough to reveal the mark on my. I think it was my. I don't know which arm it was.
It's your right. It's your right forearm. I don't know why he's laughing.
There.
Yeah, it's your right forearm.
I don't remember where the mark is.
Well, yeah, it's the second game. Poor guy.
Okay, I'll let him go. As soon as I see the mark, I help him get back on his feet and listen to what he has to say, and maybe read his letter with him. Maybe there's a detail he forgot.
Yeah, I'm trying to read. I don't. know where the letter is.
There's no. I didn't write an actual letter. I just referred to one. Basically, the letter it doesn't have any name associated to it. It's just a small crumbled piece of parchment that says, "Meet in the north of Brocklewhite," and it has an address. The address is the house that you're at right now. Um, I mean, at the same time, it's not unusual for the Order of Fall to operate in this way. You've received.
Yeah, no, we're just being very careful here. You never know.
Yeah. You never know.
Fair enough. So now we're here.
Yeah, well, nice to meet you. Have you inspected the carpentry of the door? Is there any way we can get in, you think?
I can try to lockpick. I haven't done it before, but I'm willing to give it
Maybe we can just turn the knob and see if it's open first.
even better idea.
So, Alisar, do you try to turn the knob?
With my experience, I don't know if I should be doing it, but yeah, why not? Let's go.
Okay. You walk up to this door. It's a shabby old wooden door, and you play. Do you have any gloves on by any chance?
Well, I mean, I have the yeah,
Yeah, you have
I have,
a gauntlet. That
yeah.
you place over the knob. As soon as you do, actually, you're gonna have to roll me perception here.
I hate when that happens. Knobs. That's a 11.
An 11.
Mm-hmm. For
Okay.
perception.
Yeah. With an 11, you start feeling this heat sensation. Whatever your gauntlet protects you from, I don't think it's magic, so you're gonna take 1 point of burning magic
Oh
damage.
my god, why do I always do this?
It's okay. It's only 1 point. It's not much.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm assuming you pull your hand away and you
Yeah.
won't take any more damage. But clearly, there's some sort of thing going on here.
Huh, interesting. Okay, well, guys, we can't open the door in a normal human way, so we gotta think of something.
Can I roll for magical perception?
Absolutely.
Because I've got like +3 for that. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, let me see. Oh my god. Well, that's 5 total.
With a 5, I would say there's definitely a spell on this doorknob.
Like sulfury? What smell?
A spell with a P.
Oh, a spell.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I was like, what smell? Okay, a spell. Well, we gotta break the spell then.
Yeah. So what do you guys do?
Can we
I
break
don't
the door
know.
down? You think we should break the door down?
Yeah, we should break it.
No, we should try to break the spell. But how?
I have pretty high spell casting, but I don't know any spells.
Oh wait, I'm gonna try to freeze the knob. I completely forgot about.
Oh my god, that's right. You do that. Oh my god. Hilarious.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for frost magic on the knob.
That's so funny.
That's 13 plus. It's worth frost magic. Is that frost enchanting?
Nope. It's more
This
frost
is just
conjuration.
conjuration, so +5. So that is a 19.
A 19.
Ooh.
With a
18?
19, a ray of frost emerges from Alisar's hands and enrobes the entire doorknob, basically freezing the entire knob. The whole system kind of like crunches a little bit, and you hear a click as the door kind of opens up on its own.
Cool. All right.
And
Who wants to do the
the
honors?
door swings in a little bit. It's pitch black in there.
All right, let's go in.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna actually use one of my spells, Aurora Borealis, to light up
Ah.
the inside.
Nice.
All right, so that's frost conjuration +5. So that's 9 plus 5. 14. I don't know. I'm not good at math. Sorry, guys.
9 plus 5 is 14.
There we go.
Alisar opens up his gauntlet, and you see a series of small scintillating lights that are multiple colors that look kind of like an aurora borealis appear in the palm of his hand, and they kind of start floating off of his hand into the opening of the door. Uh, this illuminates the floor. The floor does not look pretty. It's a wooden floor, but this place is like missing boards of wood, and you notice like a bunch of a pile of rags on the floor. You see a mouse skittering by. It doesn't look like a clean place.
Hmm. All right, who wants to do the honors?
Yeah, can I roll for perception?
Who's first? Who's walking in first?
Oh, I thought
Because right now you're
Alisar
behind
was
Alisar,
already there.
right? You don't have a good view. You can roll with disadvantage if you like.
No.
Okay, well, I mean, since I'm first, I guess I'm gonna walk in first and be very careful when I walk in. Very wary of the floor.
Okay. You open the door and you edge your way into the room. You see a lot more now of this room. You see a staircase actually going down underground, and you see the opening of the staircase. It kind of has like a ceiling that follows down with it. That's also made of wood, leading down to a sort of basement area. As soon as you step into the room, however, roll me perception. With disadvantage. Actually, no disadvantage because of Aurora Borealis.
All right, so perception, that's 12.
Okay, and right as you step into the room, you feel probably one of the most painful things you've felt in a while as a large structure comes swinging down and hits you straight in the right side of the head. You get knocked
Oh
down.
my god.
And part of it is going to also hit Frosty. Frosty's going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. You're going to take, I'm going to say 10 points of bludgeoning damage to the right side of the head.
My God. Okay. Well, I'm not going
dear.
in.
You fall. You guys see Alisar fall over on the ground as a large piece of wood attached to the ceiling with a rope is kind of pendulating as if it was set up as a trap for any intruders.
Like, is the piece of wood like dangling now, or did it go back and is like ready to hit someone again?
It didn't retract. Right now it's just dangling.
Okay, so I'm gonna like rush in and try to see if Alistar's okay.
Same here.
Okay, roll me a medicine check, both of you.
Okay. 20, natural 20.
Awesome. Do you already have medicine in your skills?
I don't. I've only got herbal medicine.
Do you have wisdom?
Yes.
Okay, under wisdom you can add medicine.
Okay.
And Kedron rolled this. What's your total? You can add wisdom if you have it.
I don't have wisdom, but it's okay. I don't have a 20 though.
You don't have a 20, no. So, Killen and Kedron, you guys arrive next to Alisar. You notice a large bruise on the right side of his head. But he seems to be fine. He seems to be awake and moving around. No other signs.
Yeah, like I'm
injury.
okay. No worries, guys.
Okay, good.
Yeah. He gets back up. You guys are all in the room right now. And you hear a crack in the corner of the room. This is a non-illuminated part of the room, but it's as if someone is there.
Oh my god.
That was the best reaction.
Sorry.
A voice comes from the corner of the room, and it says, "You ever heard of knocking before?"
I mean,
Well, that piece of wood kind of knocked him in the head, didn't it? Jeez.
Charisma.
Me? Oh dear.
Yep.
Let me just see. Where's my charisma? Okay, so I have like +2 if I count persuasion, right?
It's not persuasion. You're just trying to be funny here.
Damn it. So +1, so it's 8.
Yeah, there's kind of an awkward silence, He doesn't seem to get it.
Oh man.
Yeah, you kind of look weird. The voice comes from the corner again. Says, anyway, I was expecting the three of you, but usually people knock before coming into someone's house. Sorry about
Well, I
that.
mean, I froze the knob, so that must have made some sound. You must have noticed.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm in this room. I heard something coming from outside. Listen, close the door.
All
He
right.
looks at Kedron. I'm assuming Kedron is the last one there.
I'm sorry, like I arrived late. I assumed these guys had tried knocking. I'm so embarrassed right now.
Okay, so he kind of comes out of the shadows and reveals himself. He's a skinny, pale man who looks like he's in his late 20s. And, I'm getting a bit of feedback. Give me a second. Yeah, I think it's coming from you, Pouya. If you could just change to push to talk.
It is.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was hearing feedback. Okay, so you guys see him coming into the illuminated area of the room. It's a skinny man, pale. He has pointy ears, and some of you recognize him as a name, a man named Reti. He's somebody who's previously given you letters for the Order of Fall before, but you never actually conversed much with him. He's acted more as a courier in the past. He says, close the door as fast as you can. Come on, close it.
Jeez, okay.
Does anybody close the door?
I mean,
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll close the door.
We'll all close it at the same time.
Ready? 1, 2,
3.
3.
And you guys both, I'll try to close the door, but you notice that it doesn't actually stay shut because the knob is frozen off and on the ground right now.
How odd. How strange.
Yeah, how strange.
How did that happen?
You broke my
I'm
knob.
not sure.
You broke my knob.
Case
Unbelievable.
to the old frosty knobs, eh?
Your
Oh,
mother's really didn't raise you properly. No,
I didn't
manners.
have a mother.
Sorry. I do mean to.
That's okay. Do we really need the door to be shut? Is there any like private information that's going to be discussed in here?
Listen, after the stunt you guys pulled last night, I mean this night, I can't tell you at what point things are sensitive in Brocklewhite. Please make sure that the door's shut. Do you have any like a spell or something that could kind of like prevent any sounds from coming out of here?
I'm gonna freeze the entrance.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That was my.
No, for sure.
That is a 13.
Okay, with a 13, Alisar, you kind of create a small icicle surrounding the small opening where the doorknob was. He's like, okay, good. No one can hear us. I'm assuming. Listen, just have a seat. And he pulls up these like dirty, old moldy chairs from like the corner that are stacked in the corner of the room, and he kind of places them down. He's carrying a small candle that he lights. Using his hand, he kind of has a little flame emerging from his palm that he brings onto the candle, and he sits down. You guys are kind of sitting down in like a semicircle.
I'm gonna stay up. Like, sorry, but the chair is moldy.
You don't like my chairs?
No, I not to be rude. It's just I prefer standing up.
Just pretend it's moss.
Look, I'm a busy guy. Like, I don't have time to like scrub everything to perfection.
It's okay. I didn't want to be rude. I really don't.
Well, you're being rude. You broke my doorknob, and now you're not sitting in my chairs.
Can I make a chair out of frost magic?
If you roll me 18 plus, sure.
17. Too bad.
Nice.
Yeah, you kind of create like a uncomfortable looking stump of ice that you can sit on.
Okay, I'm gonna sit on that.
Yeah, it looks like it's like not easy to sit on. You're kind of like wiggling around, and like it's not easy to get out. a comfortable seat.
That's okay.
Reddy says, Reddy speaks up and he says, all right, well, nice to meet you. Some of you might know me already. My name is Reddy. And I think at this moment, other than the three of you and some other people who've only recently arrived in Brocklewhite, I think I'm the person who's been in town the longest, who's still alive. It's been quite a shit show in the past 24 hours, I would say. Wouldn't you agree?
Like, what's been going on?
Yeah, what happened?
Well, for starters, our fellow agent Bobo doesn't seem to be alive anymore. Does that ring any bells?
I don't know. I was unconscious.
Oh yeah, Bobo. That's a long story.
I'm gonna assume that the mission was a failure. Did I understand this correctly?
I mean, define failure. You know?
Well, the Order of Fall was tasked with placing a specific device in Lord Dumont's chambers last night, and this was not supposed to be some sort of invasion of the castle, but I heard that Lord Dumont's daughter was murdered, and all of the guests were
Oh my
devoured
god!
by... Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
Is something funny? Do you find this funny?
I'm sorry. I was unconscious, so this is all new to me. Like I'm living it for the first time. Sorry.
Okay,
for
well,
my reaction.
I'm letting you know what the state of affairs is right now. Brocklewhite is on an entire lockdown ever since the events of, I'd say, 3 hours ago. The guards are not letting anybody in or anybody out. So that means we're not getting any more assistance from anybody outside of this room. And this is not good for the Order. We were planning on... I shouldn't be sharing this information with you, but that device was important. It was meant to accomplish something important for the Order, and that has not worked out tonight. So we don't have very much time. Lord Dumont, according to my informants, is scheduled to be leaving town and he looks at like a small hourglass. 3 hours. Once he leaves town, there's no way we can track him across the countryside. I don't know where he's going to be hiding. We have a window of opportunity, I would say.
Then let's take this window of opportunity.
Yeah, what's the plan?
There's no exactly a politically correct way to say this. Lord Dumont needs to, and he kind of does like a thumbs down motion with his hands, and
Die.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, let's just say it. Let's say it like it is.
Well, I mean, look, violence isn't exactly my thing. I mean, anyway, look, this is not exactly clean business. You know what I mean? So
It's okay. We're used to doing dirty business.
Oh,
I mean, at least you're being honest now. Before we were not told that we were supposed to be killing him.
You were not told?
No, we were just told to leave a box in his room.
Yeah, I mean, we had some idea that the box might be something that would lead to his demise, but, you know, we gave you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, look, all pretenses are off at this point. I'm going to assume complete loyalty to the Order from the three of you from now on. Is that correct?
Yes, you can assume that.
Of course.
Good. Then, thanks to your undying loyalty to the Order, you have access to certain information that you wouldn't otherwise have. And yes, the Order does not like Lord Dumont. He is interfering with certain agendas of the Order, and he needs to be removed. Tonight, preferably. And this is not exactly something I love to do. But, you know, when and he gets up, and he keeps talking, and he starts walking down the staircase. He said, well, when demands are there, then, you know, I think it's important that we're prepared.
Has there been a lot of demands lately for elimination of lords and their families?
Well, funny you should ask that. There hasn't really been much of a demand yet. And he disappears into the downstairs room. Why don't you come down and see?
Okay, I guess we're gonna follow him. I mean,
Right
the Lord
behind.
already lost his daughter, so what's a man left to lose?
I would like to know exactly why we're killing him, if we're going to be killing him. I kind of wish that we knew that.
Do you guys follow him downstairs?
I do.
Like, for sure.
Yeah.
You arrive in the basement. This is a larger room with. This looks almost like a display room. There's several tables set across along the wall. It's a square room, no windows. A few torches are lit here, two of them actually, and there's different display cases across the room. Reddy's walking now, and he's holding both of his hands together, and he's kind of like rubbing his hands a little bit as he's talking, and he continues. So, well, listen. Like I said, I'm not one for bloody business. I don't like to get directly involved, but the order has been financing certain new projects of mine, and well, to be honest, I'm quite excited to use them. Do you mind if I show you?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, he walks up to the first display case. This is a black crossbow with a certain white energy emanating from it. It's kind of like wisps of white mist that are kind of emerging from it at small intervals and dissipating into the air. I call it the crossbow of whispers. This is one of my latest artifacts I designed. Perfect for an assassination.
Interesting.
What makes it so special?
Well, why don't you hold it?
Deal. All right, I go pick it up.
He says, look at this here, and you see like a small wisp emanating from it. He says, once one of these wisps emerges, the crossbow listens. All you need to do is whisper the name of your desired target within range, and the crossbow will fire a whisper bolt, deviating to avoid any obstacles. And then he brings one fist into his other hand and says, directly seeks out its target. Quite a useful artifact, wouldn't you say?
Does it really work?
Sorry, what'd you say, white-haired boy?
Does it really work? Have you tried it on someone or something before?
Well, of course I haven't tried it on anybody. Like I said, this is not exactly my thing. I don't like killing people. But look how great it looks. And he shows it.
Can I have it?
Well, I mean, if you promise to give it back.
If I kill Lord Dumont with it, can I keep it?
Well, but this is my look. If you kill Lord Dumont, and you tell him, you tell Commander Beskirol that I helped. I don't know. And you can try to use persuasion here.
All right, I'll try to use persuasion. Wait, what's the best here? Charisma and persuasion. Okay, so +2.
Roll me an 11.
Fuck. 9.
No. And he grabs the crossbow out of your hands. You have to bring it back.
Damn. It's okay.
So wait, if I understand correctly, this magical special whisper bolt will seek out its target from anywhere we want. Is that correct?
That's correct. As long as it's within range.
Oh, okay. So what's the range?
Oh, within range, yeah.
Ooh, I'd say about 100 feet.
Okay, I see.
And so we're supposed to trust you completely that this weapon is going to work without fail.
I mean, like I said, I've never tried it, but come on.
Is there anything... Okay, I'm going to do a perception roll to see if there's a rat in the room.
Okay, go ahead.
16 plus 1, 17.
You actually did notice that there was some small movement coming from the corner. Now that you zone in on it, you see a small tail wiggling in as if it's trying to fit between two cracks.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the crossbow from his hands and I'm gonna whisper rat into it and I'm just gonna fire the crossbow.
You fire the crossbow, and immediately a wisp arrow emerges from the crossbow at full speed, spins to the left, spins again to the left, and flies all the way up the staircase and out of the house.
Whoa.
Okay.
And
I'm not sure it works.
Reddy kind of like shuffles a little bit towards you and takes the crossbow out of your hands and says, I don't think animals have names.
So what did I just kill?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I guess we'll figure it out later.
Listen. If this will further the Order's mission, I will lend you this tool, but I do expect it back.
We'll bring it back, don't worry.
Good. Here, let me show you the next one. And he moves on to the next display case. This one is a square display case, and you notice a folded gray piece of cloth inside of it. I'm a huge fan of this one. This one I think is really going to blow your minds. Get ready for this one. And he leans in and opens up the display case. This one actually is there's no hinge on this one. He kind of just picks it up and places it on the side of the glass display. And he grabs the cloak. He opens it up and shows you a gray cloak that has a sort of like silky nature to it. He says, I call it the Cloak of Incorporealness. This cloak, when you wear it, it grants you the ability to become incorporeal for 10 seconds. This lets you pass through any solid object. However, it's not like an invisibility thing. You're still visible, but you can move through walls. You can move underground. But you have 10 seconds, so within the 10 seconds, you got to make sure to not be, mixed in with anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sounds dangerous. Someone wants this?
Amazing.
Sounds useful.
That's amazing.
Oh, it's super dangerous. It's super dangerous.
I love that.
Who wants it?
Me.
You can
Alright.
take the crossbow. I'd like to have this one.
Oh,
I don't get to have the crossbow.
Yeah, you get to have the crossbow if you want. I mean,
No, I have to give it back. I hate that.
oh, it's true. Okay.
I mean, the cloak too. I'm not giving. These are gifts, so you guys have to bring this back.
Not yet.
Well, no, not yet. But I mean, look, we have 3 hours, so chop. After 3
Alright.
hours, you got to bring them back.
Who wants the clock?
You mean the cloak?
I'll use the crossbow for the meantime.
Oh, thank you. I will take the
You can
cloak.
take the cloak, I
Okay.
guess.
All right.
All right. He moves over to the third display case and says, these. You see a bunch of maybe 6. Let me see how many. Yeah, 6 spheres. They look like they're made out of stone, but each of them has a small indentation in it. It says, I actually didn't make these. My rival makes these. Anyway, I managed to steal a few of them from him to study them, see how he makes them. I don't really have a name for them. I'm not good at coming up with names, but I call these the explosive spheres.
Wow.
If you
Nice.
didn't make them, we
Nice
know
name.
that they might work.
Oh, wow, that's real nice. That's real funny. You're a funny guy. You know that?
All right, what do they do? What do these explosive spheres do?
He grabs one of them and says, "Well, I don't really want to give you a demonstration, but you see here this groove that it has on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you press your thumb into this groove, the entire sphere will light up in red. After that, you have about 5 seconds before it emits a destructive blast, blowing everything up around it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
have no idea how he got to make one of these, but pretty useful. I'm trying not to use them so I can study them, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, look, these
So
honestly, as long as you bring back one of them, I will allow you to use the 5 others.
yeah, I was gonna say by their nature, we can't really bring them back if we use them, but we'll try to get
Yeah,
the
please
pieces.
don't waste them all.
All right, cool.
Fair enough. So who's gonna have
Yeah.
these?
Who wants explosive spheres?
I mean, you're the only person that doesn't have something yet, my friend.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep dangerous explosives on my body. That sounds very safe.
You're welcome.
Especially with my luck.
Yeah.
You can add a bag of 6 explosive spheres to your pouch. So I'm gonna copy paste each of these items into your different character sheets, just so you don't have to like write down the descriptions. Let's start with Alisar. I don't know where your pouch is. I don't know anything.
You can put it in tools. The first one.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Bingo. Okay.
Cool.
Next, Ali, which one did you get?
The crossbow of whisper.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add it over here. Wait a second, let me copy paste it properly. Okay, and then Pouya.
Got the cloak of incorporalis. I think I already added it though.
Here, I'll add the description here. Okay, there you go. So Rita says, "Listen, we don't have a lot of time. You guys have to get to him before he gets out of town. Please hurry."
All right, where is he? Direct us.
Well, I actually, I don't know. I imagine he's supposed to leave in 3 hours. All right, come with me. And he grabs a sort of like travel cloak and places it on top of him. He also grabs a satchel from the side of the room and steps towards the door. He looks at the door, shakes his head, and looking at the frozen doorknob, and just kind of like pushes the door open. Ugh. All right, let's go.
You'll have a little souvenir. All right,
Yeah,
let's
thanks.
get going.
Thanks.
It's like very passive aggressive.
This has been awesome.
Something to remember me.
So listen, the guards are on the lookout for people that fit your description. And he points to Killen and to Alisar. You guys need to find a way to hide your most noticeable traits. And he's pointing at Frosty and at your white hair.
Do you happen to have some mud around or some color for the hair? Some ink, maybe?
Yeah. Would I look like a hairdresser or like a mud bath person?
I mean, some ink. Do you not write? Are you not the one who writes letters?
Oh, well, yeah, I do have some ink. He goes back into the house and comes back with like a bottle of black ink. Are you sure about this?
Yeah, it's just for my hair. I mean, it can't hurt me, right? It'll grow back, if anything.
All right, your idea. He turns open the cap and starts pouring black ink into your white hair.
Oh my god.
Yeah, some of it kind of dribbles onto your face right now, and you kind of got these little like black lines on your face. You definitely look different. I would say that. Frosty kind of flaps his wings and doesn't seem interested in the black ink right now.
No, it wasn't for Frosty.
That's the sound he makes.
We'll have to find something else for Frosty. Do you have a cage?
Frosty just goes silent and looks at you.
Frosty, it won't be for long, I promise.
Do you have like a hat or a hood that Frosty could like hide under and peek out from?
Hat. I mean, I've got like a farmer's hat.
Yes.
Sure. He goes inside, he grabs a farmer's hat and places it on Frosty's head.
Totally different.
This should work.
This
Adorable.
is perfect. Yeah, this is perfect.
So cute.
All right, what could go wrong? This is going great.
All right, we need to hide Killen now.
Oh my god. How?
Killen, that blonde hair's gotta go.
Oh my god. Okay, bring on the ink. Let's do this.
There's no more ink, but I got this. And he grabs a big, giant pincer that's sharp. It looks like a giant scissor. He says, "Look, if people are gonna see you, they're gonna recognize you right away."
All right, let's shave her off.
Oh god.
This is easier than I thought it was gonna be. All right. He goes and he. You have a ponytail, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
It's like braids.
He clips off the entire ponytail.
Oh no.
There she goes.
Yeah. He looks at Kedron and just says, "Don't worry, nobody knows you."
Ouch.
Perfect.
All right.
All right.
So, look, there's two gates that he can that Lord Dumont can exit from. I'm guessing the south gate would make the most sense. It's the one that the castle leads directly to. Listen, I don't exactly want to get caught in the heat of the battle. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm more of like a help from a distance type of person.
That's okay. We'll take care of it. Where's the
Ah,
other
coward.
gate?
Yeah, I heard that. The other gate. So, what do you mean, the north gate?
Yeah, okay. So there's a north gate and the south gate, and you said he will most likely be going through the south gate, but I'm thinking that he actually might be going through the north gate because it's so obvious that he'd be leaving from the south gate. So I'm just making sure here.
Oh, you want to use
That was not confusing at all.
You want to use reverse psychology?
Not at all. You said it was most likely that the king or the lord would leave by the south gate.
Yeah, I mean that's the main road, right, leading out of town. So
yeah, but wouldn't he be trying to conceal his escape or his exit?
Why does he need to? He's the Lord.
I mean, maybe he knows that we're after him after the death of his daughter and everything that happened last night.
I mean, he definitely knows something's up.
But wouldn't he just be like followed with just a bunch of guards? If he wanted to sneak out, he'd be, I don't know, by himself. And I don't think lords do that.
I mean, are we trying to intercept him, like where he's escaping from the gate? Because if so, we could just have one person wait at the north and the rest at the south. We've got communication earrings, so we can tell each other how far apart are the gates.
Oh, here. And he reaches into his bag and pulls out another communication earring, an earring of far speech, and he's like, "Connect it with mine. Just touch it."
Oh my god! Wow, this is new technology. All right, let's all touch his earring.
So he touches his earring to each of yours and puts it back on and says, "Look, now we can communicate from a distance." And he walks off 10 feet and is like, "Can you hear me?"
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Roger that, buddy.
Awesome. All right, listen. I'm gonna go to the north gate. I'll be over there. I don't think there's gonna be much action up there. I'll let you know if he's coming this way. You guys can go to the south.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty. See you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
Do your thing.
Okay, we'll do the thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So let's get a move on.
Yeah, I think we should try and figure out the name of the Lord if we're going to be using that crossbow. Do we?
Oh my God, Dumont, Lord Dumont, right?
Maybe there's more than one Lord Dumont. No.
My biggest concern is like I feel like last adventure we learned that he wasn't the bad guy, and now I can't remember for sure.
Can you do like a memory roll?
Yeah, Milton, can I roll for memory? My brain hurts. My brain hurts.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
learning too
You
much.
can roll for intelligence.
Okay, let me just see. I think I got +2 for that.
+2 for memory.
No, only +1. Oh god. Okay, so 15. Please tell me what happened last time.
You do remember that it was a big mix-up. There was a lot going on in the castle, but at some point, you do recall a conversation that you heard through a painting, with
Yeah.
holes for eyes. So you saw
I remember
what he
that,
was-
yes.
You saw that he was wearing a green cape with a snake with a black trim around it, a green snake with a black trim around it. You remember he was talking to somebody else that you couldn't see in the room, but it was something about you heard the words "red tide," and you heard something about a change in allegiance that someone was trying to convince him to do, but he was refusing to betray the Croy family.
Okay, so Dumont was refusing to betray the Corey family. Oh god, I'm even more confused now. Okay,
Me too.
okay,
It's your working knowledge. It's all you got to go with.
okay, cool.
You guys start walking towards the southern end of the town. Like I said earlier, there's not many people on the street. It looks like everybody seems to be like in their homes. But you do
They're
notice.
self-isolating.
Yeah, it's almost as if there's like a virus outbreak going
Oh
on,
god,
but it's definitely not that.
definitely not.
You guys notice a patrol of guards starting to walk in your direction. You guys need to roll me a sneak. Everybody needs to roll me at least a 10 in sneaking.
I just added to my sneak. Where is it?
I have a 7.
1, 2, 3.
This is gonna be fun.
Ooh, I'm 8. I'm 8.
Yeah.
It's funny the two people they're looking for rolled the worst.
Damn it.
You guys are walking along an alleyway, but Kedron, you're the last one out of the 3. Killen, you're the first. Alisar, you're the second. You guys hear the guards, but you were walking so quickly to get to the location that you were trying to get to that you actually skidded to a halt, but tripped and fell, and that made Alisar trip on you as well, and Alisar falls on top of Killen. Killen, you're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage to the chest.
Hey, I'm not that heavy.
Alisar, you're gonna take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, and Frosty actually rolls off of Alisar onto the ground into the middle of the street right now. And Frosty looks dazed, but still has the hat on.
Good.
That's a really cute hat.
In our imaginations, yeah.
As she's getting up.
That's so cute.
Okay, everybody roll me initiative.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
That's 6.
Thanks.
Kedron,
Wow.
did you roll a 14? Yeah. Oh,
I did. Yeah.
So just say what you guys got.
6.
5.
I'm 15.
Okay, Kedron, you see your 2 friends fall flat on their faces. You see Frosty the Owl tumble into the center of the street with the hat still on, and you hear voices coming from the guards. Hey, did you see that? I saw something moving over there. Yeah, we better go check it out. And you hear a shuffling of metal as a large group of guards begin to walk towards Frosty.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They have a torch that's sort of illuminating the area around them, and they're slowly approaching Frosty right now.
Is it dark?
It's dark. It's like 1:30 a.m. right now.
But the guards see us.
Well, the guards, you're visible right now, but they're not at your area yet. You're definitely not hidden behind the wall right now.
Okay.
So, Kedron, you rolled highest on initiative. You get to go first. What do you do?
I'm thinking about throwing my torch, like, as a distraction so that my friends can get on their feet.
Okay. Is your torch lit?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, you can try to do that. You're gonna have to roll me dexterity right now. Go ahead.
All right.
Ooh.
18.
18. Kedron, you grab a
Oh,
torch and you toss it in an arc up into the air. It disappears over the wall of the building right next to the three of you, and you hear it fall onto it sounds like a wooden structure that it fell onto based on the noise it made when it landed. What was that?
Uh-oh.
You hear one of the guards say, and they start to change direction. Oh my god. You hear the sounds of flames spreading and starting to. You see a light starting to emit from the direction you threw the torch in.
All right,
Okay. That's our cue to get the fuck out.
Get some help! Get some help! There's a fire! There's a fire! And two of the guards run off from the pack. Now there's 5 guards right now. They seem to be trying to smash the fire down on a market stall that caught fire.
amazing.
that worked out.
Let's run for it. I'm gonna grab Frosty and keep going to the south gate.
All right, Alisar, you run into the center of the street and you grab Frosty. Killen, you're following, and Kedron, you're following as well. And you guys make it out of this area. The next large street is much larger. This street, I would say, is 15 feet wide. And right now it's 1:30 a.m. You notice right away the alleyway that you're taking to walk towards this large street. You notice a guard standing on patrol all alone. Facing the street right now. He's standing quite upright, and he seems to be holding guard in this position. There's 2 large buildings on either side of you, and you're in an alleyway right now. And there's a few stalls that seem to be closed down on this alleyway.
Okay. I'm gonna send Frosty to startle him.
Okay, go ahead. Roll for animal handling.
All right. Where's my animal handling? Friends to owls. All right. That's 20, but not natural.
Yay!
And
Still nice.
And with a 20, Frosty goes and jumps up off your shoulder and glides all the way up towards the guard. Flies up on top of the guard, and you just see a little white clump fall out of Frosty and land straight onto the guard's helmet. The guard kind of looks confused around. Definitely felt something on his head and puts his hand up to touch his helmet. Looks down at his hand and definitely looks distracted as he's staring at a white little clump in his hand.
Okay, we're gonna make a run for it. Rally behind, push the guard to the side.
Sure.
All right, let's do this then.
All right. Let's push this guard out of the way.
Hopefully, we push him hard enough that he gets a concussion.
So,
What can I add for pushing someone?
Strength.
Let me just look.
Strength, if you have it.
Strength. Okay, so just +1.
Okay. Now, I heard something about rallying.
Oh no. Yeah, they're gonna rally behind me while I push the guard, but I didn't roll very well.
So, do you want to just explain what rally is and how it works?
Oh yeah. If you guys rally behind me, you get an advantage because I'm such a great leader.
Do you also get an advantage?
No.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do I?
She also gets an advantage.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so I can roll again.
But I didn't
Yes.
hear Kedron saying that he was actually rallying.
Yeah. I rally.
Okay, excellent. So that means that Killen is in the front, Alisar and Kedron, you're in the back. You all get an advantage on your next move. Killen, you rolled a
6.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll with disadvantage because I'm distracted. Give me a second. And I rolled a 12 total. So yeah, you start running towards this guard full speed, as if you want to tackle him. But the guard seems to. I'm hearing a lot of noises coming from somebody.
Sorry, Bean's eating. I can't do much about it.
Okay, so you start running towards this guard. The guard turns, looks at you, and sees you coming and says, "Help!" But right as he starts yelling, you tackle him to the ground. You're both gonna. Actually, who's next on the order?
Alisar.
Alistair, go ahead.
Okay, I get a move?
Yep.
Oh my god. I'm gonna hit him with the back of my sword.
Hit him with the back of your
Try
sword.
to. Yeah, try to.
Go ahead and roll.
All right. So that's a plus. Wait, let me see. Where's sword combat? My goodness, this sheet. Strength. Okay, cool. That's oh god. 22.
And with a 22, Alisar runs up and with the back of his sword smacks the guard straight in the head, knocking him unconscious on the ground.
All right. Did anyone hear us?
Well, you look out into the street, and this is a partially illuminated street. You can roll me perception.
All right, let's go. That's 11.
With an 11, you notice one figure standing on a roof on the street across from you to the right, the building on the right. This figure seems to be looking down on the street as if they're looking for something.
Quick, hide the body.
Can I? Okay, I'm gonna tell Frosty to fly up there and just like distract, just like fly really quickly next to the guard that's on the roof.
Tell him to fly next to him and like shake his cowboy hat at the guy.
Okay, I'll do that.
First, I want to know what Kedron does.
Okay.
I'm gonna like try to pick up the body and move him into like a bush or a cart or anything that's.
Okay, you're gonna roll me at least a 6 on strength.
Okay.
What's your total?
4.
And with a 4, you start picking up this metallic armored guard, and you pick him up. You manage to drag him all the way to this wheelbarrow that seems to be like someone had left on the side. But right as you drop him down to the wheelbarrow, you hear ching, 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 and a lot of metallic noises coming from this guard. The figure on the roof seems to zone in and look straight in your direction, Alisar. Alisar, you're gonna have to roll me sneaking with disadvantage or camouflage if you have it.
There, it's not.
Against me.
Okay. Can I use the snowflakes that are gravitating around me to have an advantage with my cape?
What does your cape do?
Wait, let me read. Remember, it's that white snow cloak cape. Gives an advantage to camouflage rolls in snowy areas or during
you're not in a snowy
hailstorm.
area right now.
Okay.
So you have
I mean,
disadvantage. You have to be my 18. Good luck.
Oh my god. Okay. Wait, let me see. Where's my camouflage? Wisdom +2. Ugh. Okay, 10.
Okay, and you hear the guard saying, "Guards, over there!" and points straight into your direction, Alisar. And he lights up a torch and points the torch in your direction. Killen, what do you do?
I don't know. I mean, I guess go towards the guy with the torch and try to attack him.
This would remember he's across the street, so it's a large street. So you'd be crossing a large open space right now.
Okay,
He's
never
also
mind.
On a tower, I think.
He's on a.
I'm confused about what's going on. I won't lie.
All right, so I'll summarize the situation. You guys are trying to find intercept Lord Dumont before he exits the town. It's maybe 2:30 a.m. right now. You guys made it to the south portion of the town. You were sneaking into an alleyway to reach the largest street of the south portion of the town, where it's likely he'd be crossing. You guys knocked out a guard. You tried to hide the guard. He made noise. It seems like a guard that's also stationed on the other side of the street on a building noticed some commotion and spotted Alisar. And now he's calling for guards to come in that direction, signaling with a torch. It's your turn. What do you do?
So now I have that crossbow of whispers now, right?
Yeah, but remember, you need to know the person's name.
I know. Can I yell out in a lady voice like, "What's your name?" to the guard? Maybe he'll respond. We don't know. He doesn't see me yet.
Okay, roll me charisma. Go ahead, or charm actually. I'm assuming you're trying to
Okay.
be charming.
I am. How did you know?
I rolled a
Okay, so I just have
21.
+1. What did you roll?
A 21.
Fuck off. Yeah, well, I didn't win that one.
You kind of yell, "What's your name?"
Oh my god.
really loudly, and it looks like a patrol of 2 guards was kind of carrying a torch, was kind of looking for some commotion around here, but they definitely zoned in on you guys now. They're both gonna draw their swords and they're approaching. Everybody, roll me initiative.
Yes! 12. Let's get this. Time for the fucking fights.
Okay, so please tell me what you've rolled. Alisar, you rolled a 12?
12.
Okay.
17.
17 for Kedron. Ali?
8.
8. Alright, so the first up is Kedron. Kedron, what's your move?
How far are they?
I would say that they're 14 feet from you. They haven't spotted you. They seem to be approaching Alisar and Killen right now.
Okay, I think I'm gonna
swords drawn,
try
and
to,
one of them has a torch.
I'm gonna try to like not exactly sneak, but like try to just like be on their side, to kind of surround them since we have the numbers advanced.
Okay, so this will involve sneaking, but you're gonna have advantage because you're in the dark right now. So go ahead and roll sneaking to get it.
Okay, so it's with advantage, right?
Yeah.
So I got 19, 20.
20, yeah. So you beat my 10. You managed to make your way behind a shopping stall that seems to be selling fruits, but the fruits are covered up right now by a blanket. Large watermelons, actually. Right now you're hiding behind the stall. On the other side of the stall are Alisar and Killen. And right now the 2 guards are almost ready to engage with the 2 of them. The 2 guards have their swords drawn, and right now you're hidden on their left behind the stall. Next up is Alisar. You're next. What do you do?
Alright, let's fight these people. I'm gonna unsheath my sword, run to the guard that is the closest to me, and I'm gonna slash him with the sword of frost.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright.
He's gonna try and parry you with his blade.
That's perfect.
I've got a 16.
That is a 3 plus. That is a 14.
A 14, and with a 14, you draw your blade of frost. What does it look like again?
It's a what's it called again? Like it looks like a fencing blade. And as I draw it, some frost-like magic forms around the metal of the blade, giving it more strength and a nice blue look. I guess, I don't know.
You attack with a stabbing motion straight towards the chest of the guard carrying the torch. But his blade is faster than yours, and it comes in and parries your blade. You attack once more in the abdomen, but he parries downwards, and he punches you straight in the face with the torch. So you're gonna.
Can I block that, or?
No, you lost your roll, so you're gonna take 7 points of bludgeoning damage to the face.
Ooh.
Yeah. Next up is Frosty.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you want Frosty to do?
I'm gonna have Frosty use his claws on the guard's face, fly towards him, and try to lacerate his face with his feet.
Roll me animal handling.
Perfect. Wow, that is 7. The good rolls today.
Yeah, I've got a 12. Sorry, I've got a 10. Frosty comes in flying with his hat on in attack mode with two talons ready to engage. But the guard sees Frosty coming and swings his sword, slicing part of Frosty's wing. Frosty's going to take 5 points of slashing damage as
Ooh.
Frosty rolls onto the ground, bloody.
No.
Yeah.
5?
Next, 5 points of slashing damage. Yeah, Ali, it's your turn. Killing.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna draw my sword of freedom and start lunging towards the guard nearest me. Try to slice him good.
Yeah, this guard, he's not carrying a torch. He's actually carrying a much larger blade than the first guard. It looks like a long sword, and he's using both hands to handle this long sword. So you're trying to swing at him.
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead and roll.
Oh fuck.
And I got an 11, and you got a critical
Wow.
1. You come swinging down, and he parries you with his long sword. You tried to turn and...
You cut out. Sorry, what did you say?
Sorry about that. So you try to swing at him from the right, but he parries you with his long sword, and you try to swing at him again at the left, but again he parries you there. And this time he manages to turn, and he slices part of your wrists here, dealing 10 points of slashing damage, which you can add,
No.
and he disarms you. Your blade falls on the ground. He's actually, since you rolled a 1, he's going to take an opportunity attack on you. He's going to get an extra attack. He gets a 17 on this. You get to defend yourself. Go ahead. But you're unarmed now.
I have my shield though.
Yeah, you have your shield.
Okay, 1 second.
So you have
Let me
to
just
protect
see.
yourself against my 17 attack.
So I have +6 for shield parrying sword. I'll use an advantage from my earring. Fingers crossed. Nope. 14 plus 6, 20.
And with a 20, you manage to parry his longsword attack straight into your shield. Remove 1 use from your shield. I think your shield has certain uses.
1 use from the shield. Aha, okay.
10 out of 10 uses, right? Good.
Yeah.
Next up in the order is the guard that you just attacked. So he's going to try and attack you now. He's going to try to disarm your shield because he's trying to get rid of that. So I'm going to try and disarm you. I attack with a 16. You can try to resist disarm. You can try to dodge. What do you want to do?
I'm confused. So wait, the guard this is a different guard now?
It's the same one who's engaged with you already.
Okay,
It's
same
his
one.
turn now.
And he's trying to hit me, and can I use the shield again?
He's trying to take your shield off right now. You can use strength to resist, or you can use like dexterity to try to dodge his attack, or something else that you can think of.
Can I use agility to dodge?
Sure, go ahead. Agility,
Okay.
no, agility is not for dodging. Agility is for like catching someone who's running away from you. But you can use dexterity.
That's just +1 though. What did you get? A 16?
I got a 16.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it then. Let's just try it. Nope.
Oof. And with a 16, he comes in and smashes again your forearm for 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and he makes you drop your shield. Now you're completely unarmed. And
Okay.
up next is
I'm gonna be right back, okay? I'll be right back.
okay, no problem. Next up is the guard fighting Alisar. The guard fighting Alisar is going to try to make a spin attack and try to slice Alisar's neck. Alisar, how do you defend yourself?
I'm gonna let my armor take the hit.
Okay, so you're not going to defend yourself, is what you're saying.
I will defend myself. I roll a 15 on Frost Enchanting. to negate received damage with that particular armor?
Well, frost enchanting is it's not how it works. So your armor should take the hit if you fail to dodge, or you can try to use your frost spells to create like a barrier if you want. Want to do that?
Actually, I do have. Let me see. Armor of Agathi as a spell.
Okay. What is it? Want to read what it does?
Yeah, manifests a spectral frost engulfing Alisar in his gear, granting extra hit points and gaining advantage on all defensive rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
If the target makes physical contact with Alisar, the target takes 1d12 damage.
So you can do that on your turn, but right now you need to react to his attack.
Okay, well then I'm gonna use my gauntlets to parry.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's 7. That's 12 plus 7. That's 19.
And with an 8, that's a successful parry as he comes in and tries to slice your neck, but you manage to engage him with your gauntlets, and now you have advantage on your next turn. All right, so now we're back up to Kedron.
Yep. So I'm gonna try to attack the guard that's attacking Alisar.
Okay.
With my staff. I'm gonna bludgeon.
Okay, so you have an advantage on this attack right now because you're sneaking up on him. Nice.
So that's I think it's an 18 total.
All right, and I have an 11. You come in with your staff, swinging from the side, and you smack him straight in the back of the neck. He winces in pain, falls down. He's gonna take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
He takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you smash the back of his neck. He falls on his knees on the ground. This is the one that Elias was fighting, or the one that Ali was fighting?
This is the one that
I don't know.
One that's Frosty was he hit Frosty.
Yeah, so that's the one Alisar was fighting. So yeah, Alisar, the one that you were fighting, he's on his knees now, and he's holding the back of his neck. All right, next up is Alisar. Actually, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, he's defenseless, so I'm gonna strike him with my sword.
Okay, roll for that.
All right. Let's see. Hopefully, the rolls are with me today.
You have double advantage actually, because he's on his knees and.
So I'm gonna take the 12 roll, and that's 12. That's 20. That's 23. Actually.
23, and I have a 17, and with a 23, you bring your blade down and slice his head off, decapitating him.
Wow.
His head rolls on the ground.
I'm gonna try to suck his soul.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Got it.
Yeah, and you guys see a spirit emerging from the cadaver of this guard, and just float straight directly, like as if it's suctioned straight into Killen's earring.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah, it's Frosty's turn right now.
Okay, I'm gonna just call back Frosty to me with an animal handling roll and get him back to the shoulder.
Go ahead.
Wow, natural 20.
All right, you have animal handling already?
Hey!
Oof, yes, I have a lot in animal handling.
Friend with owls.
I have that, yeah.
All right, just tell me what's the latest skill you have.
Okay, so there's it's under charisma, animal handling, nature's handling, bird handling, friends to owl. That's the last one, and it's a +5 right now.
Okay, you can add tactics under that.
All right, tactics.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, so Frosty manages to, despite his injured wing, manages to fly up and land straight on Alisar's shoulder, ready for battle. Next up is Ali. Or Killen, sorry.
Hello.
Yeah. You're doubly disarmed right now. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, no, the first thing I want to do is pick up my sword. Sure.
Okay, you're going to roll for dexterity here, or agility you can use actually here.
Okay, so +2.
I got a 7.
6.
6. So the guard, you jump for the sword. You manage to grab the hilt of it, but the guard just manages to kick the blade out of your hands, and unfortunately, it slips away towards Kedron. Actually,
Help me, help.
next up is the guard who just kicked the blade. He's going to try and roll. He has advantage now because you're on the floor. He's going to try and attack you with his blade. What's your move, Killen?
I don't know anymore. I don't know what to do.
You want to try rolling out of the way, maybe?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll dexterity. Or dodging, you can add here.
I don't think I have. No. So 18.
18, and I also got an 18, and so you managed to roll out of the way, and he brings his blade down, and you manage to just catch the blade with your hands straight on his hands, and right now you're both fighting for his blade on the ground. You manage to spin, and you're both in a standing stance right now, holding his blade, and you're fighting for it. Next up is Kedron.
All right, let's go in and finish this off. I'm gonna hit him with my staff.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Oh my god!
He has disadvantage, so he gets a 7.
All right, so I smack him.
Yeah, you smack him straight in the back of the head, and he collapses in a heap on the ground, dropping his blade. And Killen, you're now holding a longsword in your hands.
Holding a what?
A longsword. It's a sword that you usually need 2 hands to hold.
Sorry, you cut out at a very bad.
Sorry, no problem.
That's okay.
All right.
Okay, wait. Why do I have a long sword? The guy is dead now. That was the same guy.
He collapsed.
No, I just knocked him down.
Yeah, exactly. He collapsed on the ground, and right now you're just holding his blade. Your blade, your sword of fear, is on the ground.
Is he dead?
You can roll medicine and check.
Yeah, can I roll medicine check?
Go ahead.
What do I have? Medicine? Nothing. That's what. I got wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom is good.
Okay, so 14.
Yeah, you get down, you check his pulse, and it's definitely still going. He's alive.
Can I kill him and suck his... Is that horrible?
You don't need my permission.
Alright, I'm just going to take the blade and sink it right through his neck.
Okay, so you bring your blade straight down, unless somebody stops you. No one stops you. Alright, so you bring your blade straight down into the nape of his neck and stab him through his spinal cord, and he bleeds out and dies. You can roll to absorb his soul if you want.
Oh wait, I think I have +1 on that. Yeah, I do. +1. Yeah, 7. I got it. Thank you.
And his soul rapidly emerges from his body and gets sectioned into your earring as well. And your earring glows once in bright yellow and then dampens down.
Fancy.
So that's it. You guys killed both guards right now. You could look up at the roof where the other guard was, and he's not there anymore.
Can I grab my sword and shield? Damn.
Yeah, you got your sword and shield back.
Okay, cool.
You guys, everybody roll your perception.
15.
19 + 1, 20.
Yeah, Killen, you hear in the distance, it sounds like the sounds of a cart being pulled by 2 horses that is currently moving at a fast pace in your direction.
Cut out again.
Sorry, so you hear the sounds of a cart pulled by 2 horses that seems to be moving in your direction.
Okay. Hey guys, there's a cart with 2 horses coming toward. I bet what's his face is in there.
Yeah. You who has the crossbow? You have the crossbow. Do you know the name of the lord?
I did. Dumont. Lord Dumont. Am I sorry? I was are we in with 100 yards? Can I roll to
Right now, there's no guards around you, but there is that one guard that's missing from the roof, who spotted you earlier. You don't know where he is anymore.
But there's no guards. But are we within 100 yards?
If you peek through, you see that the cart looks like it's maybe 70 yards towards you.
Okay, so I can try the crossbow.
Yeah, you can try the crossbow.
Okay, let's try the crossbow. So I'm gonna lift up the crossbow, lean in towards it, and whisper the name. Damn it, what was it? Dumont, right? Dumont. Huh?
I think you should say Lord.
Lord. Okay.
Sure.
Lord Dumont.
You see. Go ahead and give me a crossbow handling roll. So this could be like dexterity.
Why does it say added to a ranged attack roll? What does that mean?
Well, you can add a +4, I think, to this attack.
Because we're in range. Okay.
Yeah.
And then add dexterity.
Exactly. Yeah. Add dexterity.
Okay. What's that? +1. Okay. So +5. Oh God.
God.
Oh my God. That's the worst crossbow.
And that's a critical one. As you press down the crossbow, all of a sudden you see a spectral shape of an arrow form in the crossbow. You pull the bolt, but as you press it, the crossbow bolt flies 10 feet forward, and all of a sudden seems to curve as if it avoids a piece of the stall, and curves around the wall, but then curves back and starts moving towards you, heading straight for your chest.
Awesome.
It pierces you straight through the chest.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I can't react to this.
You guys can try. You're gonna have to beat a 20.
Okay.
Do it.
We'll try. I'm gonna try to form a small wall of ice in front of where the arrow is going.
Go ahead and roll.
I have where's my frost thing? Okay, cool. Let's hope so. That's 21.
What? No way.
Yeah, with the 21, you managed to conjure a perfect wall of ice that comes and just at the right moment, as the arrow curves, Alisar puts up his hand, and you see a small portion of the ice wall emerge backwards and catch the arrow right before it hits Killen straight in the face.
Oh my God. Thank you.
No worries.
Wow.
I owe you. That was insane.
The arrow disappears into a gray mist.
I'm not going to use this fucking bow anymore. This thing sucks.
Okay, the horses are coming. We should figure out something. We should put the carriage to a stop and try to figure out if Lord Belmont or Dumont, sorry, is in there.
Yeah, for sure. Are we like far enough ahead to like lay out something for the horses to trip on that?
You guys peek out just to look at where the cart is, and you see a figure standing in the center of the road with a torch. You notice the uniform of the guards of the Dumonts, and this man, well, this guard, is waving his torch as if to signal for the cart to stop continuing its path.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, crazy. Let's go close to there. And let's sneak closer to there.
Okay, do you guys want to sneak? I'm gonna try to get like a higher vantage point and like climb a building or something.
So just to clarify, we're between the cart and the south exit, right?
You're between the cart and the south exit, but this guard is up ahead before the cart Sorry. This guard is between the cart and you guys. So this guard just stopped the cart, and it's preventing the cart from continuing.
Okay. Guys, the little plan is that I'll try to make a diversion for you two to attack and seize the cart. How does that sound?
Do you
Sure.
see other guards?
There's one guard in front of us, right? I don't know if there's probably guards inside the cart as well, but I'm pretty sure Lord Dumont is in there too. So you guys can take a cart on, right?
Yeah, totally.
There we
Sure.
go.
Well, I don't know. I'm not doing very good today for some reason.
You hear voices coming
we
from
can
it.
try. We can try.
It sounds
Huh?
like it sounds like an animated conversation is going on the roadside between the guard and the driver of the cart up ahead, but you can't really make out what they're saying.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak closer.
Okay.
I think I have some sneaking points.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I have
roll.
1, 2. I have +4 on sneaking. Let's see what I can.
Beat my 12.
15.
And with a 15 killing, you emerge onto the larger street. This street is mostly pitch black except for the torch lights. Unfortunately, there is a full moon, so it is illuminating a bit of the area. So you're kind of hiding behind barrels and making your way past haystacks that are strewn to the side of the road until you reach the level of the cart, and you can start hearing a bit of what's being said. You're catching just a few words between the guard that flagged down the cart and the driver of the cart. You hear him talking about some sort of event that happened recently. It sounds like he's saying, saw something, guards, dead, and turn around. You heard those words coming from him.
Okay, so I'll stay on the ear. They know about the fight we just had with the guards, and they're telling Dumont to turn around.
Okay.
What should we do?
Sounds like we need to stop that cart in its tracks before it leaves.
I mean, if the cart's turning around, then yeah, we could set a. I have a rope. We could try to trip the horses or something.
Okay, cool. That's a good plan.
Remember
we need.
The cart is
Yeah, go
turning
ahead.
back around, going back towards the castle. So
Yeah.
you guys are more towards the south gate, right?
Okay, so we should rush back.
Kedrin, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to see whether or not we want to charge the cart or.
We want to try and keep this operation sneaky to avoid angering the Order of Fall more than we usually do on a daily basis.
More than we should.
How much is 30 meters in feet?
Oh my god. Let me Google that if you want. 30 meters.
It's like a lot. It's like a lot.
That's 98 feet.
Are we
See?
we're in the cart's range, right?
Yeah, you're within 100 feet, I believe. Yeah.
I am not trying that bow again.
No, we're not using the bow. I'm wondering. Okay, why not? Let's go. Let's do this. I'm gonna use my ice terrain ability.
Okay, what does that do?
Okay, so
Read it.
I'm gonna read it. All right. So Alisar gains. Okay, that's not important. As a bonus action, Alisar may turn the ground around him in a 30-meter radius into difficult terrain. The icy terrain follows Alisar as he moves. Creatures in the radius make a dexterity saving throw, and if failed, they take damage and their feet are frozen in the terrain.
Will that affect us though? Oh,
It will affect them as well.
Okay.
dear.
I feel like you guys have a lot of dexterity.
Oh my god. I think I have like +1.
You guys just jump when
Can
I
you just
jump.
tell us to jump?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
how science works.
Okay, let's do this then.
All right.
This is like
Let's
just
roll.
when like an elevator's going down. That does not work.
If you guys manage to jump at the right moment, I'll give you guys advantage because of the strategy on your dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's do
Okay.
it.
Okay,
How,
so
how are they? How
Well,
are they
like
gonna know?
how far away are we? How away are we?
I'm gonna say that Killen, you're the closest right now. You're maybe 10 feet away from the cart. The cart has actually started turning backwards, and the guard is seems to be have jumped up onto the side of the cart and drawn his sword and is just looking around, trying to spot people. The rest of you, Alisar, you're probably the furthest with Frosty, and Kedron, you're next to Alisar right now. You guys are maybe 40 feet away.
Okay. I mean, we're still gonna do the plan, but I don't know how they're gonna jump at the right time.
No,
Well-
because I'm hiding. That's the problem. Can I sneak back towards my friend really quick?
Sure, but the cart has started moving away now.
Yeah, we should try going.
Okay, never mind. I'll stay where I am.
Yeah, you guys don't need to time it. The only thing is that needs to be done is you guys have an advantage because of this strategy that you've developed.
Oh,
okay.
If
Gotcha,
if
gotcha.
you find a way to time this properly in game, so how are you gonna know when to jump?
Oh, you have to find a way, guys, to know when to jump.
Well, that's what I was
I'll,
saying. Like, depending on our distance from you, like how long on average does it take? Because, like, if you're doing an ice thing, does it kind of spread? And if so, like how many meters per second does it spread at? Right? And then
I don't know about this. I'm
Okay.
thinking pretty fast.
okay.
It covers 30 meters, so 98 feet in like almost instantly.
All right, the cart has
Okay.
moved.
Well, I guess you just have to count down for us then, right?
The
And
cart
we'll
has
jump.
moved 5 feet away from Killen.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it. I'm gonna count down to 3.
Count down. Count down. Okay.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll the. Okay. All right. So this is. Oh wow! This is gonna be. Okay. Wait. Let me calculate that. That's 26.
Okay.
Wow.
Alisar, you re-describe this to me based off what it says exactly, and you can
Okay.
because you roll
So
high, you get to control it better, but they
Cool.
still have to do a dexterity saving throw. But go
yeah.
ahead.
So let me reread the part where it says. So icy terrain follows me if I move. Creatures in the radius or like anyone in the radius makes dexterity saves, and if they fail it, they take 2d6 of cold damage, and their feet are frozen in the terrain.
Okay, so all of a sudden, Alisar's cape begins to. You have a cape, right?
Yeah.
Begins to start like flowing in the wind as a small icy wind picks up around Alisar. His black and white hair starts to flow as well in the wind, and his eyes light up in a bright blue light as ice begins to completely cover the ground around him and start to move at a very rapid pace in a larger and larger radius around him as he's starting to walk towards the cart at a fast pace. The ice actually goes faster than he does and starts to fly at a dramatic speed towards Kedron and towards Killen. You guys are going to need to roll me a 13 a dexterity saving throw, but you both have advantage because of the strategy you have. Go ahead.
Okay. I have +2, so I have 13 those rolls.
I also have +2.
Excellent. You guys both managed to jump right at the right moment. Killen, you catch yourself on the pole of a market stall and you're kind of like standing on a counter. Kedron, you jump up and you're kind of like leaning, holding yourself on a window ledge as the ice flies at a fast speed past your feet and straight towards the cart. All of a sudden, you hear a cracking of wood sound as the ice shards begin to form around the wheels of the cart encapsulating the entire cart, and the horses begin to panic as they can't move anymore. They start swinging their heads wildly, but their hooves are frozen onto the ground. And that's the end of that.
All right, cool. How should we finish him off?
Okay.
The guard
well,
with
you
the
guys...
torch jumps off the cart and looks down at the ground in astonishment. He begins. You guys hear him saying, "Open the door! We have to go on foot." You guys, Kedron, anybody? You guys are really paralyzed here. All right, they open the door, and you guys see a figure emerging from the door. It's too dark to see who it is, and two other figures emerge as well. They seem really, really much larger, maybe 6'4" in height. They're standing on either side of the first figure. The entire group of people start running at a steady pace up towards the castle.
Try that explodey thing. What's the explodey thing again?
Yeah. I have 5 seconds to throw it though, so I'm gonna use one of the bombs. And how far am I from the castle right now, or from where they're running?
From where they're running right now, I'd say you're 40 feet away.
40 feet away. Oh, okay. I'm gonna give one to Frosty. Tell him to fly and drop it in front of them. Okay. A little further away from them.
Okay. Okay. So you toss it up to Frosty, and you see Frosty's claws are too skinny to activate it, but Frosty's able to hold it.
Okay, don't worry about activating it. Just it's 40 feet away. That's fine.
So what's your plan exactly? I'm not sure I understand.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it to Frosty. Frosty's gonna fly. I'm gonna do the animal handling thing. And Frosty's going to drop it in front of them, and I'm going to use Ice Magic to activate it.
Okay, remember...
I'm going to try to...
Remember what Reddy said, you need to apply your thumb on it to activate.
Yes, but I'm going to try to use the moisture around the little bomb or explodey sphere or whatever you called it, and create like a sort of like dimple that presses on the... Unless it's like a magically... It needs pressure to be activated.
It's your gamble, my friend. You can try it.
Okay, cool. We're gonna try this.
Okay. Animal handling. Roll me a 10.
That's a natural 20.
Okay, great. So you can add under tactics. You can add carrying objects.
Cool. That's gonna come in handy.
Okay, and Frosty's got the sphere and starts flying up into the air. Kedron, what's your move?
I'm gonna try to get closer to them. Try to like catch up to them.
Okay. Are you trying to be sneaky or fast?
Sneaky, yeah.
Okay, roll me for sneaking.
That's +1, so it's 12.
All right, I have a 20. You start sneaking up towards them, but one of the guards sees some emotion coming from your area. This is the guy with a torch, and he says, "You there! Stand back! I'm warning you!" What do you do?
I don't know. I guess I keep running towards them.
All right, agility. Go ahead and roll.
Uh-oh.
I have no extra bonus, so just a total of 6.
All right, you manage to run at a impressive speed straight towards this guard who's carrying the torch, and you catch him unawares. What do you do?
I wanna interrogate him. If I can.
Just to clarify the situation.
What? What? No.
Just to clarify the situation, because maybe it's unclear. There's 4 other figures that are running towards the castle right now that came out of the cart that you were looking for, and this is the guard that was stationed on the rooftop earlier, who came down to warn them. Yeah.
Just one quick question: is Lord Delmont there?
Okay, go ahead and roll intimidation. You can add charisma here.
I don't have any.
He says, no, that's not Lord Dumont.
I don't buy it. I'm gonna subdue it.
Whoa.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Strength you can add, I guess.
Okay, I have +2 with melee combat.
Okay, so I have a +1 here. So I have a 6. You have a 6, and yeah, you kind of like he's kind of resisting you, and you guys are like stuck in like a wrestling match right now, and you kind of have your arm around him, around his neck, and yeah, that's the situation. But you haven't completely subdued him yet. Killen, it's your turn.
Okay, I am very bravely gonna bust open this bow again, the ghost bow.
Okay, I'd say that he's about 90 yards from you at this point.
That's enough. You said 100 yards, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna try it. Gonna try it with my advantage from the earring. And it has a +4. Okay. No. No. God damn it.
And with a 12, you whisper Lord Dumont's name into your bow as a crossbow bolt materializes in it, and goes flying in a straight line towards Lord Dumont, and seems to just barely touch his robe right as he crosses the 100-yard threshold, and the crossbow bolt vanishes in a gray mist.
Damn.
All right, I'm gonna start running that way after.
Okay, Alisar, your turn.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna slide on the ice very gracefully towards the running figures, and I guess I can do Frosty's turn right away. Like I'm just gonna follow them. I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay, you can roll me agility here.
Cool. 19 plus 1, I believe. 20.
And with a 20, Alisar, your ice as you run, you kind of like create these small indentations in the ice that kind of like give you like an extra boost. So you start flying by Killen, and you fly by the situation with Kedrin and the guard. Do you ignore Kedrin and his fight, or do you help him?
I don't need help.
He's
Okay.
got it.
All right, I'm gonna ignore him then.
Yeah, you fly by, and I'd say you reach approximately 10 feet behind the Lord Dumont.
Wait, you cut there. I reach how many feet behind him?
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
Frosty's turn.
Cool. All right, so Frosty, we're gonna roll for animal handling. That's 7. Yeah, that's 7.
And Frosty is kind of like trailing behind. His injured wing seems to be holding him back.
Oh,
Yeah, Kedrin, go ahead and roll for subduing if you want to try to beat this guy.
It's not letting me roll.
I think if we click on it at
that's
the
good.
same
There
time.
we go.
Yeah. And with a final last breath, you manage to kind of knock him out. He's kind of like asphyxiated a little bit, and he falls unconscious on the ground.
Perfect. It's my goal.
Do you start running as well?
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with Alisar.
Give me an agility roll. Dexterity you can add.
With dexterity, that's actually with agility. No, yeah, with dexterity it's +1.
So you catch up to Alisar as well. You're also 10 feet behind the group, and Killen, your turn.
Am I getting close? Like, how close am I to Dumont and them now? Because I've been running. Like,
Oh, you've been running? Just give me a roll.
for running.
Yeah.
What can I add to that? Anything?
Dexterity or agility, if you have it.
Okay, so 16.
Yeah, so with a 16, you manage to find the grooves that Alisar carved into the ice, and you also catch up to the group. You see two of the large figures on either side of Lord Dumont stop and turn around. You notice something eerie about them. They seem to be like not very agitated. They're not even carrying torches. They just seem to be standing there, quite big right now. Um, yeah, they're at 6'5" high, and they stand between you and the escaping Lord Dumont.
Do they see me?
Yeah, you guys are all quite visible at this point. You're in the center of the street, and it's kind of like a face-off right now. The three of you guys against these two larger creatures. But they are the entire field is ice right now. You're all standing on ice.
Nice. Can I yell at one of them like, "Hey, beautiful, what's your name?" Right?
Go ahead and roll charisma.
Okay, wait. I think I have to. Can it be persuasion? Huh?
Nope.
No. Okay. 10 plus 14.
14. All right. So with a 14, you notice that. Well, you actually notice that they don't answer at all. But you do notice that there's a bit of an eerie vibe to them. They don't seem to be showing any fear or any any thought whatsoever. They just seem to be standing still. Actually, they're not moving.
They're like weird zombie guards.
Yeah, unclear. You can't quite see what they would look like. It's quite dark. Everybody roll me initiative.
Yes.
Well, that sucks.
Okay. Okay. So. Just say what you guys got, please.
Kendrin, what did you get? 3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, 15.
4.
Okay, so I have the order here of who goes first. Unfortunately, the guards seem to have beaten you guys. So the guard on the right is the one who moves first here. Whoops, sorry, I have a fire truck outside.
Yikes.
Yep. Give me a sec. Let me just wait for that to go through. It's really hard to find a good volume, like low volume room these days.
Oh my god, of course.
Okay, so yeah, the first guard makes a move. He's gonna go straight towards Alisar. And he's gonna come in and try to grab Alisar by the head.
By the head?
By
What?
the head? Oh my god, I love it. Like one hand. This
Yeah.
guy's big, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna try to dodge that.
Go ahead.
All right. That's
I got an 11.
It's not. Wait, it's not even letting me roll. I think it's because you rolled.
I got 11. What did you get?
That's 8, I think. Yeah.
And with an 8, you guys notice a huge, large, gloved hand that comes and wraps itself around Alisar's head, picking him up off of the ground and squeezing tight, dealing 7 points of crushing damage to Alisar's skull.
Does he also take damage for holding me?
Why would he?
Because I deal 1d12 damage, 1d12 cold damage to people who make physical contact with me.
Yeah, you try. So you can roll for that. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, with an 11.
Wait.
you notice that the frost magic emerges from your body and tries to hurt this guard. But you notice that it immediately stops as soon as it reaches his forearm,
Huh.
not causing any damage. All right, next up in the order is Alisar. It's your turn.
Okay, well, I'm stuck in his hands, right?
Well, your head is crushing right now under his hand. Yeah.
I can reach my sword
Yeah.
and try to slice his hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Cool. Let me just do all the calculations over here. So this. Cool. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to beat a 20?
26, actually.
Alright, let's do this. Wow! Okay, wait. So this is a
He got a 20 for anyone who's not here.
this is a 33
How?
with all the swords, bonuses, and everything. And I'm gonna let you decide what you do with that.
Yeah, so
Because
How do you have a 13 bonus? I
how
don't
do you have a 13
I-
bonus?
I can use it only how many times can I use it? Only twice. This is the ice linking ability. Yeah, this is the ice linking ability. No, actually it's dueling wraith ability.
You want to just describe it for us so we know what's going on?
Okay, so if Alisar is wielding it's taking a lot of things into account, but I'll try to explain everything like quickly. If Alisar is wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, he gains so that's the first modifier. It's a +2 modifier to the weapon. Because my sword is linked to me, it gains a +2 additional modifier. I have a +8 against monsters for sword battle, and that's plus
I never
13.
said this was a monster.
Then I have a +7 against humans, so that would be a +12. So it would be a 32. Yeah.
Okay. So
Either way. Nice.
yeah, Alisar, you bring your blade straight onto the arm of this guard, and you hear unusual clanking sound as your blade hits metal.
Robots.
You you also notice something else. It's the ice of this blade it does hurt this guard, but it doesn't seem to be very effective against him. Yeah, you deal only 6 points of damage.
Okay. I don't know how you're gonna deal with this type of enemy. Usually the damage is doubled, but I don't know if since it's not effective, I guess I just deal the 6 points of damage.
Yeah, you're gonna deal 12 then.
Okay, cool.
No problem. Okay. Next up on the order is the other guard. The other guard is gonna make a move for Killen. He's actually gonna try and swing his blade towards Killen. Killen, what's your move?
Wait, he has a blade? How come we
He's got a
didn't notice
large
this?
blade.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna try to block it with my shield of fear.
Go ahead and try.
1 second.
I rolled.
So is it a parry roll when you're hitting me?
Yeah.
Okay, so +2, and then 1 second. So then +8. Okay, I'm gonna use an advantage. So 4 + 8. Nope. Damn. No.
And those are two bad rolls as the blade comes down and swings straight to onto your shield, but is going to deal 15 points of damage, and I think that breaks your shield.
How do you know?
Because it's the amount of uses it has. So it has 10 uses. So if I deal 15 points of damage onto your shield, it breaks the shield.
Oof.
You're gonna have to repair that.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Well,
It's new.
it's a new mechanic.
Oh,
I'm writing
okay.
broken on it.
Oh god.
Yep. Next up is Kedrin. Sorry, it's Killen. Killen, it's your turn.
Oh, I don't know. The guy's made of metal?
Well, you can't quite see him in the dark. But
Sorry, you keep cutting out. I keep not hearing.
you can't quite see him in the dark, but you can assume, maybe, based on what you've learned.
And that's it? There's just the metal guys?
Well, you can't quite see them, but yeah, it's only the two people, and of course, there's someone who looks like it could be Lord Dumont running away.
I mean, I'm not really sure what to do if they're made of metal. I guess can I try rolling for magic perception?
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, so that would be 8 plus 11.
All right, with an 11, you notice a strange aura about these two beings. You notice that there's something that's affected them. They look like they feel like there's a spell, like a transmutation spell, that seems to have modified what they were originally. That's all I can say. Next up is Kedron.
Yeah. So I want to.
Sorry, you cut out there. You want to say that again?
Yeah, I want to see if I can do like a perception check to see if I can see any like weaknesses on these seemingly really strong beings.
Go ahead.
So that doesn't help at all.
That's a 2. You're kind of like eyeing this creature, this being, up and down. But yeah, I'm gonna say that the being turns to you and makes an opportunity attack on you, and rolls a 14, hitting you straight in the chest, and you go flying backwards, taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And you
That's
get back.
rough.
Next up is one of the guards, the one against Alisar. He's going to take his blade and he's going to come down and try to swing at you, Alisar. What do you do?
It's the big blade, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna dodge it by trying to go under him, like under his feet, like I'm smaller than him, right?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me dexterity, dodging.
All right. So where's my dodging skill? Cool. That's 20, but not natural.
Okay. And I rolled a 15. So yeah, Alisar, you successfully dodge this attack. Right now, you're I'd say you're under both of his legs right now, and you notice something really unusual. You see his legs, and they're made not of metal, but they look like they're made of gold.
Oh.
All right, and it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Oh man, what was that adventure we were on? What was that? Oh, I'm so tired.
I don't remember. I was unconscious. I'm gonna use my turn to. How far is the Lord running? That is running away from me.
15 feet.
15 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my sword at him.
Okay. Roll me a 17.
All right.
And you can add. You can't use sword combat here, but you can add dexterity, throwing, anything like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's roll. You said 16, right?
17.
17. So that is. Wow. Okay. 17.
Oh, and with a perfect 17, Alisar, you toss your blade, and it goes straight towards the figure. You see the figure get hit by the blade and land on the ground.
Can I use a bonus action to take my blade back?
If you have that, do you have that ability?
Yeah, but I need to. I mean, I need to use it.
Yeah. So you stick your hand out, and the blade comes flying back towards you, but you haven't caught it yet. Next up is the guard fighting Killen. This guard turns and sees Alisar just attacked what might be Lord Dumont. He's gonna come and try to reach for Alisar and grab him by the arm. So you can try to resist that, Alisar.
Wait, what?
He's the other guard is also coming for you. He's tries to grab you by the arm. What do you do?
You cut.
The other guard tries to grab you by the arm. What do you do?
I'm also gonna use dexterity to try and get under him.
Go ahead.
All right, let's roll. Plus 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 19.
Okay, with a 19, you just dodge his arm, and you're kind of like between both of his legs right now.
Is he also made of gold?
Yeah, you notice he's also made of gold.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, you notice his fist that was trying to move towards you also is made of gold as well. And you catch a glimpse, Killen, you catch a glimpse of his face. His face is entirely made of gold as well.
Whoa.
Weird. I wish I had a better memory. Damn. It'd be kind of cool right now.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to remember the last adventure.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
So,
it's not there.
Killen, it's your turn. Maybe Killen has memory loss. It's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, too much bludgeoning to the head. Okay, it's my turn. I would love to throw my knife of Demborin at Lord Dumont.
Lord Dumont is a pile on the ground right now.
He's dead?
I got him with my
sword.
sword.
Not, but he's definitely on the ground.
Well, I'm gonna run up and
You're gonna run up and what?
see how dead he is.
Okay, so you can go ahead and roll for that.
What would be that?
Agility.
Okay, +2.
But the gold golems.
No, I don't know what to do about them. I hate them. Okay, so 14.
And with a 14, you turn and you start running towards the body of Lord Dumont? ? But you feel something cold wrap itself around your ankle.
No!
You fall on the ground. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, and you turn to see Kedron. You get a good view of this. The golem, or the creature that was currently fighting Alisar, his hand suddenly extended and thinned out, extending the gold structure that it has, and enveloped itself and encasing Killen's foot right now. It seems to be trying to prevent her from getting there.
Damn.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn, Kedron.
I'm not sure if I know any fire magic.
I don't think you do. Let me just look at your character sheet.
That would have been useful. Okay, yeah. I guess I'm just gonna try and hit the tentacle of gold. See if I can get it to lay off of Killen.
Okay, if you can roll me a 14, you can maybe break it. Go ahead.
Ooh, a natural 20.
Oh, do you have strength already as a skill? You have staff combat?
Yeah, I have strength and melee combat. I don't have any. I
have
also have
staff
staff combat. Yeah.
Alright, so you can write destruction under staff combat. Because you're destroying.
Okay.
Killen, you suddenly feel a release around your ankle as Kedron brings down his staff, made of wood, and manages to break the golden arm in half.
Wow.
Yeah. You notice his brow is quite furrowed as he seems to have been channeling a certain level of focus into that blow. But yeah, the gold cracks, and the crack kind of climbs up onto the arm of the golem, and you just see the entire golden structure kind of crumble as a bit of skin shows on that arm of his below the gold.
Ew.
It's the guard number 1's turn. Guard number 1 seems to be pretty angry at Alisar, and is gonna try and stab Alisar straight in the chest with his blade. and he rolls a 20 total.
Alisar gets a counter move to that, or
Yeah, of course.
all right. I'm gonna try to parry his blade with mine. We're gonna do that. That is also a 20.
All right, you guys are engaged blade to blade right now. This large creature is looming over you, and you're holding your blade against his. It's a strength contest. You guys got to roll strength against each other.
Okay.
I rolled a 12 total.
Oh my god. All right, so that's a +1.
Oh yeah. As the golem leans all of his weight into his blade, your sword of frost actually comes down towards your neck and opens up a wound in your neck that is gonna deal you 20 points of frost damage. Actually, no, slashing damage on your neck, and you have an open wound that's bleeding out that needs to be controlled.
You should freeze your wound.
Yeah.
Well, right now, Alisar, your hands are still both on your blade.
Mm-hmm.
Alisar, it's your turn. So, what are you gonna do?
You said my hands are one hand is on my blade, right?
Both hands are on your blade in order to hold the strength against this guy, and your blade is already halfway into your neck.
Wait, so my blade is slashing my neck, or is it like the tip of the blade is in my neck?
So the sharp portion of your blade has already cut into your neck about 2 inches.
My neck is not my neck, but my blade is a foil sword that has the frost on it, so I'm gonna disenchant my blade and let it go.
Okay, but you realize that if you let it go, then
I'm gonna roll to the side as I let it go.
Oh, I see. I understand. Okay, so you're trying to so you can disenchant at will. So immediately the blade becomes rounded as the ice disappears from the blade. You're gonna need to roll me dexterity here with disadvantage because you're losing blood. I also rolled a 20. Nice. Oh, for Alisar, things are not going so well for you, my friend. Oh, look at that. Ooh.
So that's a 1, 2, 3, 12.
With a 12, I rolled a 26. I'm gonna deal 26 points of slashing damage as you put both of your hands up, holding the blade. And right now your blade is on the ground next to you, but it's the golem's blade that's now cutting both of your hands deep as you're pushing up to try to save your own life. But the blade is now reaching both of your jugulars and you're bleeding out. You're
oh my god.
Yeah, you're gonna lose consciousness. How much health do you have left, Alisar?
After the 26 damage, 40 minus 26, how much is that equating?
That's 13 left.
13 left.
Yeah. And that's the state of affairs. It's Frosty's turn.
Let's think here. Frosty's holding that little bomb. Can I drop it? Can he press the button with his claws? I don't think so. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have him press the little button and drop the bomb on the golem.
Okay. Roll me animal handling.
Alright. That is 21.
And Frosty tries to press the button on the spherical object, but it's not lighting up. So Frosty drops it, and it hits the golem and just tumbles onto the ground and rolls close to Kedron, actually. Next up is the other golem, the one that just got his arm cracked a little bit. He kind of looks at his arm and is focusing on his arm, trying to rebuild his arm right now. So with an 11, he's just slowly rebuilding his arm. Next up is Killen.
I don't don't know. I don't know how to beat golden people. Jeez.
But right now, you're
Just-
seeing Alisar basically getting exsanguinated. He's bleeding out a huge puddle of blood around him as he's fighting for his life.
Yeah, it's awful. Just kidding. Okay,
Also-
how can I help? How can I?
Well, there's no time to talk, only time to act.
You do what you think you can do best.
All right, I'm gonna like jump over to where Alisar, put my hands on the wound, be like, oh God.
Just so we're clear, the golem is still applying full force against Alisar.
Oh well, I guess I'm gonna stop the golem then.
So do you attack the golem?
Like, is this the golem that has some skin show?
No, it's not. It's the other one.
Damn
This
it.
one has this golem has a large blade embedded into Alisar's neck right now. That he's pushing hard into. Alisar's trying to push back.
Like, I guess. I don't know. Alisar? Can you throw me one of those little bomb things? No, hey, you don't have a free hand.
They're in my pocket, but I mean, are you?
Okay, I'm gonna grab one of those little bomb things and try to throw it at the golem head.
Okay, well, just FYI, there's no time to talk in a battle. But Killen, okay, you can roll me a agility check to get there on time. You're gonna have to roll me a 14 here.
14 agility.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have +2. So 19.
Okay, and Killen, you jump. You start sprinting and you jump on the ice and slide all the way to Alisar. Your hand goes straight into his satchel and you catch one of these spherical objects in your hand. What do you do?
I guess it takes exactly 5 seconds to go up.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull the thing, count to 5, and throw it towards the golem's head on the one.
So the golem is actually over you right now. You're lying on the ground next to
You
Alisar.
keep cutting out. I keep not hearing.
Sorry about that. You're lying on your back on the ground next to Alisar. Alisar's also on his back. There's a blade already in Alisar's neck. Alisar's fighting for his life right now, pushing up against the
Yeah,
blade.
I'm aware of that. Yeah.
Good, and the golem is on top right now. So you're basically throwing it upwards.
I'm just trying to get it like behind his head then, if we're below him.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So you toss it up. Roll me dexterity here.
Let's see. Okay. So 7.
And with a 7, you toss it up, but it doesn't reach behind his head. It's just next to his head as it explodes. You guys all get blinded, including Kedron. The golem, well, actually, just in terms of what you can see, the golem has flown off to his right. Alisar, you feel a pressure release next to your neck as the blade is released from your neck. Falls onto the ground. But you all take, I'm going to say, 15 points of explosive damage for being within range of that explosion. Alisar, how much HP you got left?
That is not fair. That is not 15 damage. I have -2, but that is not fair. I get to make an action to that.
Okay, sure. I'll give you a chance.
Okay, so I'm gonna use wait, let me see. All right. This is something I have to cast. I mean, do I have a choice? Okay, we never looked over this, so I'm gonna ignore the temporary hit point this thing grants, but I'm gonna still read the spell. But I'm gonna ignore the temporary hit point part because we never went over this. Okay, so the spell is Eternal Ice. As a reaction to being damaged by an attack, I'm not sure if this is going to work in this case, but whatever. You may encase yourself in a deep freeze, granting yourself the temporary hit points, encasing you in frozen ice, nullifying damage, and reducing your movement to 0, incapacitating you. You can expand an action to retain the deep freeze, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you need to react to this. You need to roll me at least a 5 to get this to work.
All right. Let's see. Let's hope. Can I add a bonus to this?
Yeah, you can add your frost enchanting. It's fine.
Okay, so that's 7 plus 4, 12.
Yeah. So as the explosion happens, Alisar, an frost encasing emerges from your feet and envelops you as if you're as if it's some sort of coffin, and encases you into the ice that was already on the ground, protecting you and nullifying all damage from the blast. Killen, unfortunately, you will be taking the 15 points of damage.
It's all right.
I can't. Just to clarify the spell, I can't move or do anything for like as long as it lasts. But I nullify damage that is incoming to me.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't take any damage. You are still alive with your 13 hit points.
But the ice is still there, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I get it. All right. Next up on the order is the guard with who's actually, wait a second. No, that was Killen who was next, and then now it's Kedron. Kedron.
So I took the damage too, right?
No, you were actually not within range of that blast. You were just outside of it, and I'm going to say the golem was between you and that blast, and so the golem took some damage. You notice that the golem over Alisar is now on the ground, and the left portion of that golem's face is now showing skin, as you see a beard, or at least a portion of a beard showing, as the gold seems to have fallen off, or been blown off by the blast. And
Stab him in the beard.
Yeah, he's on the ground right now. He's slowly trying to get up, but the golem closest to you has finished restructuring his arm, and he's a bigger threat to you at this point. There's also Lord Dumont who's on the ground.
Okay, I'm not too worried about Lord Dumont. But I remember one of the explosives landed near me. Do I have time to grab it?
You have time to grab it.
So I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna try to like just stick it into the exposed part of the golem that's on the ground.
Okay, so you have to toss it so that it lands straight on his face.
Yeah. Is it, are my allies like nearby though?
Yeah, unfortunately Alisar is next to it, but he's encased in ice right now, and Killen, well, she might have time to get away.
Alright. I think it's worthwhile to finish him off.
Just
so yeah.
yell at me and I'll roll out of the way.
All right.
This is all extremely funny.
Have you ever played that game? It's kind of like ring toss. Right now, you're just trying to ring toss this straight onto his head.
Yeah.
You need to roll me a 10 on your marksmanship here. That marksmanship, it falls under dexterity, so you can add your dexterity bonus.
All right, let's try.
And that is a 13, I believe. 14?
With 1, so it's 14 total.
That's a 14, and it's a success. Kedron grabs the sphere, presses his thumb into the indentation. Do you say anything badass before you throw it?
Just goodbye.
You toss this up into the air, forming a projectile arc, as it kind of does like a parabol, and falls with gravity, hitting the golem straight on the skin of his face, and what ensues is a quite violent explosion. Killen, you're gonna have to roll me an 11 dexterity or dodging to get out of the way of that.
Okay. So I have +2. 14.
That does it, Killen. You roll out of the way as a gory fountain of blood emerges out of the head of this golden man being, and gore just flies in every direction. Killen, you get some blood all over your armor, and yeah, it's quite violent and bloody.
Gonna try to suck his soul for that.
You can go ahead.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, and you see his a spectral soul emerge from the cadaver and go straight into Killen's earring. So that was that. Alisar, it's you see a portion of ice get blown off of the front of the casing of ice, and right now you can see the night sky emerging. You're still bleeding out. I'm gonna say you take 4 points of bleeding damage.
Okay. I'm gonna use glacial medicine on my wound to freeze it off and grant 1d10 of hit points back to myself.
Okay, to succeed at that, you're gonna need to roll me an 8.
Cool. I have +7 for this. Oh my god. 1 +7, 8, but 1.
Oh no.
A one's a one, my friend. You try to bring up your hand, which is now shaking because of your blood loss, straight towards your neck and try to encapsulate the wound, but you lose consciousness.
Okay.
And you're gonna take another 6 points of bleeding damage.
Oh my
bringing you
god.
down to death from
I have 3 points. 3 health
points
points left. Yes.
Oh, okay.
3 health points left.
It almost seems like the universe is working against you. What do you know?
Oh my god. Oh yeah, it almost seems as if the universe is working against me. Please someone help.
Like says the guy that controls the universe. Yeah.
It's Frosty's turn.
Okay. All right, what to do with Frosty?
Make him guard you.
Hello?
Okay, there's one golem left, right? And how far is that golem left?
He's about 5 feet away, but you're still bleeding out. Let me remind you.
But can Frosty come pick up the desert cowl for me to like wrap up your bleeding wounds?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna have Frosty do that.
Frosty needs to roll a 6 animal handling.
So +5. He rolls a 9 +5.
Frosty comes down, gliding towards Killen. Killen, you hand Frosty the desert cowl.
Yeah.
What's the next plan exactly?
No, wait. He was supposed to bring. What was your plan, Killen?
Bring it back to Alisar so he can stop his wounds from.
But Alisar's unconscious right now, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Oh, then Frosty's gonna drape them and pull them tight.
Frosty's gonna drape them.
Okay, we're gonna need a 16,
Yes.
a 16 animal handling right now.
16.
I didn't know you were unconscious. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were
Let's do this. All right,
Oh my
Frosty,
God.
you can do this. +5.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Yes!
What?
17 +5.
Fuck yeah.
Yes!
Frosty the legend.
Oh my god, what is that? Is that a 22?
Wait, 17,
Oh my
18, 19,
God.
20, 21, 22. 22.
And with the 22, Frosty grabs the desert cowl.
Oh my god.
The desert cowl and brings this old rag straight to Alisar's throat, succeeding in stopping the bleeding coming out of his neck.
Fuck.
Epic.
And
Amazing.
you see Frosty standing and applying pressure directly to the wound and going.
He's a fucking doctor.
Fucking Frosty empty.
Wow.
Oh my god.
He learned that back in Nam. Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking cry right now.
Yeah, thank God you decided to have a pet, eh? Let me tell you.
This fucking
Yeah.
17 was like.
You'd be fucking dead right now.
Oh my god. Oh,
Alright, next up is the golem that's remaining.
fucking Christ.
He's gonna go for Killen right now. Bringing his blade straight for Killen's head with a horizontal slashing arc. Killen, what's your defense?
Well, what is this? I have those desert gauntlets. Can I like lift them above my head and be like, stop and block the sword?
Yeah, you of course. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. Cool.
This is gonna be dexterity, I
Um,
think, or strength. You know better.
which one?
Whichever one's better.
Let me just see here. Let me see. I mean, I think they're both the same
Okay.
because I don't really have anything. Yeah. Okay. Oh dear. Nope. Oh yeah, 16. Okay.
I get a 6. You actually get the large blade between your gauntlets. You twist and you disarm the golem right now.
Nice.
Kedron, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna try to heal Alisar as much as I can.
Okay. Do you have any healing abilities?
Yeah, quite a bit. I have yeah, healing magic and a lot of like I think a +8 on whatever I roll. So
Okay. So what do you do?
I'm gonna approach Alisar and I'm gonna just heal him and whatever injuries he has, I'm gonna fix it up. So I'm gonna roll a d20.
Go ahead.
So with my staff and my robes, that's +8. That's 15 total.
Okay. Wow. So you bring in your staff, and Alisar, you start to wake up again as you feel your wounds closing, and you gain. I'm going to divide it by 2, so you gain 7 points, 7 hit points. As you feel it's still bleeding a little bit, but much less than before.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
Actually, it's not bleeding at all now because Frosty stopped the bleeding, and Kedron just closed the wounds. So
So
yeah.
10 points of healing.
Amazing.
Yeah. Next up is Alisar. It's your turn.
Okay, so I can either use a turn to dissipate the is it broken the ice coffin or whatever
Yeah, it's
eternal
basically
ice spell?
broken into pieces at this point.
Okay, so I don't need to use a turn to dissipate it.
No.
Okay.
The golem
I'm gonna
broke it
get
for you.
I'm just gonna get out of it and I'm gonna use Armor of Agathi spell.
Okay, go ahead. So remind me, that gives you how many more hit points?
That gives me 10 and advantage on defensive throws.
Yeah, you guys see an aura of white light, white bluish light, and his eyes light up in bluish white as well, as a sort of like frosted armor, a frosted sheath kind of forms around his skin, encasing his entire skin in ice.
Cool.
All right. Next up is Mr. Golem. Mr. Golem is pissed off that he lost his blade. So he's going to try to grab. Actually, he's going to try to punch Killa in the face.
Punch me?
Yeah, I know.
Rude.
What do you do, Killen?
What do I do? God. Like I don't have a shield anymore. So I guess I'll just try to block him with my. No, I don't want to wreck my sword. Oh God. Just see. I mean, yeah. I guess I try to like slash him with my sword.
Go ahead.
1 second. Having trouble looking at my list. Oh, there it is. And then my sword is like my special thing, right? Again.
Yes, I think you get an extra bonus for that.
Yeah, I'll use an extra bonus. Okay. So, that's not great. 7 plus 5. 12.
That's a 12, and I also got a 12. You bring in your blade right as he's about to punch you, and you hold your blade vertically, and his fist hits your blade directly, creating a tension. Both of you bounce back and lose balance, giving the next person advantage. Kedron, you're next. Actually, Killen, it's your turn. But actually, you both lost balance right now, so you get to make the next move.
Wait, you get to what?
You
I
get
missed
to
the
make
word.
the next move right now. What do you do?
Oh, so how far am I from that?
You're 7 feet.
Okay, so I'll throw my Demborin throwing knife at his face.
Go ahead and roll.
I think I have, sorry. He's not fleeing, so I have what, +6? Yeah. Okay. So 19.
And with a 19, your Demboring throwing knife cracks through the gold and creates an indentation that you see blood kind of oozing out of as he stands as if he's about to attack you and falls on his back, dead.
Second soul, here we go. Nope, not that time. That's okay.
Yeah, you see his soul go up to heaven.
Up to heaven? No. Weird.
Yeah. You guys are bloody, you're dirty, you're sweaty, you're out of breath
Hot.
from the battle that you just fought, and you see the two golden figures on the ground. About 15 feet away is supposedly Lord Dumont's body. What do you guys do?
I'm retiring.
You've had enough of this, huh?
I'm kidding. We'll go check up on Lord Dumont and see if it's actually him.
Yeah, let's go flip him over.
You guys stand over the body, turn him over, and Killen, sure enough, you recognize the man that you saw across the painting. Lord Dumont himself, murdered with clearly blood loss from the back, from the sword that Alisar threw. He looks very.
That was anticlimactic.
Sorry, guys.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, that was a piece of cake. You guys are just.
He was running away.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I just thought he'd still be alive.
No, you do notice, however, on his robes, you notice a strange ring that seems to be sticking out, like has fallen out of his pocket. Yeah.
All right, can I grab it? What is it?
You grab the ring, and it has 2 red rubies with a circle on the inside of it between both rubies, and a spiral spiraling very rapid in a concentric fashion inwards. And in the center is a small emerald. Yeah, so you hold it up, and it looks quite nice. So yeah, you gaze down onto this ring. Maybe you hold on to it. Maybe you give it to somebody else. But pan out onto this large scene in the center of the street in the south of Brocklewhite. You guys just murdered a high-ranking noble.
Yeah, we should get the fuck out, you know?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
I agree.
And the game ends for today. Good job, everybody. You all level up.
Oh my god.
Again, level up?
Do I want to level up? I just want to retire Alisar at this point. I'm scared for my life.
Good job, everybody. You guys did an excellent job surviving. I really thought Alisar was going to die there.
Oh yeah, me too.
That was scary.
Yeah.
I had flashbacks of what's his name? I even forget his name.
Abaddon.
Abaddon, there we go.
Yeah, Pouya. Yeah. Elias had a previous character who had died. So maybe he's getting PTSD from that.
Oh, was that like recently?
No, that was a long time ago, but the PTSD is still strong. Every single time Milton tries to kill me.
It's terrifying to lose.
And he does